Hey, we got a couple people, our RacerX crew, our podium crew. They wanted to be part of the Weege show from Washougal. Good luck with the traffic, because look, even now, like an hour and a half after the race, there is a solid crowd here. Stalking riders, buses. Yeah, the factory trucks, they've got some people, but they really want to stalk the Ken Roczen bus and get their autographs, because what a phenomenal day of racing. I know we had dominant 1-1 winners as far as the score sheet is concerned. What's up? But everybody rode well today. It was classic, old school motocross, digging deep. I would love to get all technical about bike setup or line selection, but a lot of this just came down to heart. These people were really trying hard. Oh, what's up?
People are stalking you?
Yeah, there were those folks in that truck, but I'll add to the ranks. I'll add to the ranks. I mean, you can just keep following if you want.
All right.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. There they are. Oh, it's that truck. Wait, watch out, watch out. There's a lawsuit coming here. So, these riders were digging down deep, and we're going to talk about that in this edition of the Weege Show, brought to you by Racetech. But hold on. Just want to make sure the camera's clean. There's Ehab, who does our audio for these shows. There's still some Eli Tomac fans around, but they're shutting down the truck for now after that 1-1. Oh, look at these two right here. So what I'm saying is, even the people that went 1-1, as well as they rode, they had competition from like that guy, but not that guy, that's Mathis. But Cianciarulo rode really, really well. And this is what's key about this event. This is where titles get decided at events like this. And that's what we're gonna get into in this edition of the Weege Show, brought to you by Racetech. You know what the gold valves do. Make your suspension plusher, better bottoming resistance, more traction, all made and engineered in the USA. And I wanna give you a set, as always. So you will see an email link in the video description on YouTube, and you can enter, send them an email, and you can be entered in the competition. Wait a minute, I know where to go. So anywho, this is what made this race so pivotal. I'm not going to use myself as the expert. I'm going to talk to Grant Langston. When we did some of our on-cameras on TV today, his real key was that this is the crest. If you can go into the break with only 3 races to go, with the momentum and the points lead, it's kind of over before everyone realizes that it's over. So that was the key thing for the points leaders, Cianciarulo and Tomac, coming into today. But you got to watch out for hard-charging people like Marvin Muscan, who's hanging out with some fans. Go away. Okay, he's hanging out with some fans right now. So if you're Muscan, or if you're Roczen, or if you're Zach Osborne, if you're Jason Anderson, if you're Cooper Webb, you had to try to beat Tomac today. Don't let him get into that break with a big points lead and momentum. And certainly that was the case for Justin Cooper and Dylan Ferrandis in the 250 class. Don't let Cianciarulo rule the day. Now it's going to be difficult, because Cianciarulo said this is his favorite track. Even though he's a Florida guy, he actually prefers the hard pack, slick stuff in the ruts. Yeah, well, you know where the action is. You know where the action is. Yeah, right over here.
Yeah. Hey,
what's up? Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
You win today? Did you win today?
Hold on. Hey, wait. Wait.
What, you got something to see?
No. Hold.
Oh, all right. Okay. This is where really the action is. The Villapoto camp. Oh, what are we going to see here?
RV cam.
RV camp. Video, Moser. Oh, what's up? I tried to get you on the Real Post show. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know they did trophies like this for the 125s.
When you monogram it up front.
Wow. Wait a minute.
Here.
They made the trophy in advance?
You have to, I can't say that I know all the truth.
Does anyone know about this? Did they make the trophy before you even won the race?
So that's not a trophy.
What sure looks like it. Oh, okay.
So the
I thought that was the trophy when I saw it.
For the big class it is, but for me, she made it as a gift for me.
So if you won the big class, you got one of these?
Well, way bigger and
if
really
you didn't win the 125 race, would you got one of these?
Yes, it was a gift.
Was that ever really a risk though? Not winning?
It always is. I didn't win Paula.
Ah, that's true.
Changing his name to Hawkins.
I speak the truth.
I know you gave up 40 pounds to the kid or whatever. Moser, what do you got here? Fanny pack. Is that the one you used the mechanic for A-Ray a couple years ago? Here, take this gift, not trophy. And there's a mini bike that raced against the NASCAR guys? No?
This is a personal mini bike.
Oh, okay. You had it all dialed.
No. When the bikes that he raced at, not only at the Motocross Pit Bike of Nations, but the Chicagoland NASCAR event. No, they were all provided by Motozilli, and they were all exactly the same. Pro Circuit pipe, Dunlop tires, Renthal handlebars, and a nice sticker kit by the folks from Weege.
Really the most important thing, really sticker kit. All right, so the Villapoto crew's having fun. That's lock that in. He doesn't have to worry about that championship pressure anymore. But again, if you're Tomac and Cianciarulo, hey.
Good job, buddy.
Hey, thank you. I haven't even done it yet. It might be terrible, for all you know. So, Cianciarulo's best track. Tomac, you wouldn't think on paper he loves riding sand, that this would be one of his best, but we saw what happened last year. It was unbelievable, the charge he put in. So the task, go into that break with a good solid gap, put the competition back on their heels and maybe take a little wind out of their sails, or any other cliche you can come up with. That was the challenge in front of them today. How did it turn out? One rider did it, one rider came really close, but didn't. So the championship picture now looks like this. This was Eli Tomac's best day of the year. He went 1-1 one other time this season at Fox Raceway at Pala, and he did have to pass riders like Weege and Roxon to do it. He had to do that again today, but this one was even more impressive. Oh, Moser, you've been here the whole time?
No, maybe.
I have no doubts. This one was even more impressive because he was even further back, and the passes that he made, he was doing it in areas where you ordinarily couldn't. And in the first moto, actually, what's up, gang, he fell down with 3 laps to go and still managed to catch Ken Roxon for a second time and pass him. Moser's still here trying to act cool. This was his best performance, and he told me what the motivation was. Forget managing points. This year he wants to be aggressive right down the stretch, and the real motivation was to try to get a 50-point lead. Because the last 2 years when he won this title, it went down to the finale in Ironman. You don't want to be in that position. He wanted to push that lead to 50. He knew he had to beat Weege in both motos. He did it. Weege had a bad first moto with a 5th. Weege actually apologized to his team for only getting a 5th. He was much better in Moto 2, led for a while, but try as he might, he could not stop Tomac's charge. So Tomac got it done with the 1-1, and that really changes the championship picture in the 450 class. Remember, for a while, Roxon had the points lead. Marvin had won 2 in a row. Zach Osborne was coming on. Cooper Webb won the last race. He ended up 4th today, which is where he had been before that. So we had this whole theory that after he won 1, he might go 1-1 again. Tomac shut all of that down. That was key. What's up?
Hey.
You're Brock Glover, everybody.
Yeah. That's why you're over here.
You win a time or two at this track?
I had to look in the vault today, to be honest with you.
Come on!
I did.
Is it getting so far back that you don't remember now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's terrible.
So what was the answer?
I think I rode 8 motos here, and I won the last 7 of them, I think. Okay.
And you didn't remember that? Come on!
I know that.
Maybe when winning's so common, they just start to go away. Six national titles.
Hey, maybe this, or when you're just getting old.
All right. All right. Better you saying that than me. Okay. The tires were good today. Okay. He's hanging out with his buddies. That's Brock Glover. Okay, so apparently 7 moto wins in a row. Still got this dude behind me. As for the 250 class, there's Jeff Canfield of AMA. Cianciarulo said earlier this week, he told his team, I'm gonna be P1 in practice for the first time this year. That's how much he likes Washougal. And he was P1 in practice. He actually was fastest in both sessions. First time this year, right? So you gotta figure if he's won 6 overalls without being fastest qualifier, he's surely gonna win the overall when he is. But Dylan Ferrandis is a tough dude. They battled so hard in the second moto. There was never more than about 1.4 seconds between them the entire time. Cianciarulo got next to him a few times, showed him a wheel a few times. But here's what's interesting about Ferrandis. If you watch that battle, at any point, did you think that Ferrandis was gonna make a mistake and crash? No. I feel like there's something dangerous about Ferrandis. I don't know if it's because he's a little older than the guys in the 250 class and he's been through the battles before. Maybe it's because he closed so well under pressure in Supercross. It just seems like even with the pressure on, you're never doubting Ferrandis. You don't believe he's gonna just hand over the win or a whole bunch of points. And that's what makes this dangerous. Had Cianciarulo gone 1-1 today, like Tomac did, that might have extinguished a lot of the momentum. But he couldn't quite get it done. I mean, again, that's as good of racing, as hard of racing as you could get. It was cool to see that AC was going for the win, even though he has a few points to play with. But I think he knows, if he got to shut those guys down today, it could have been the end of the championship aspirations. Ferrandis was just able to get it done. We know how dangerous he is. 28-point lead, certainly manageable for Cianciarulo with 6 motos to go. But just think of how different it would have been if he won again today going into the break and the gap was bordering on 40 points. One other thing to talk about at Washougal, you hear it all the time, the shadows. And also this dirt. Now I'm on the start right now. It's disked up pretty deep. They've got, I don't know, some sort of material in it, but that gets blown away everywhere else but the start where they do lap after lap. So when you go to Washougal, you hear the track is slick. And then you've got these shadows. You hear a lot about it. Now, I don't know, this GoPro, it might self-adjust, but I'm gonna just give you an example of the shadows down here. And it's even worse on the other side of the track when you're charging downhill. They added a little chicane to slow the riders down a bit. Anyway, you're going in and out of light because of these beautiful trees. You hear about that all the time. The track is slick and you've got shadows, so the vision is really difficult. But here's what you don't hear. Even though people talk about that, I don't hear people complain about it. And here's why. First of all, the trees look awesome. Nobody wants them to get rid of those. But more importantly, so big deal. It's hard to see, so big deal. The track is slick. It's motocross. It's supposed to be hard. You're supposed to have to deal with the sun like this late in the day. You've got to be an all-around gnarly dude to get it done. You want to know when you win the races or if you win the championship that you've been able to withstand all the different things that Mother Nature can throw at you, be it sunlight, be it darkness, be it sand tracks, be it rainy days, be it hot days, be it a track like this that's slick and throws you in and out of the shadows. That's how you earn it. That's why this race was so pivotal. You had to go out and earn it today. At the end of the year, who's ever holding the #1 plate, be it Ferrandis or Cianciarulo or even Justin Cooper, or whoever has it in the 450 class, at this point looking likely that it's Tomac, they might be able to point to this one and how critical it was. You could tell by the way everyone rode today. They left it all out on the racetrack. They knew this was the last gasp, and the championship leaders knew they had to stop them from getting that last gasp. One guy did it, one guy almost did it. We'll live on with that weekend off for everyone to think about that. The slick soil and the shadows and a beautiful racetrack at Washougal. It wasn't the series finale, but it was as pivotal a round in this championship as any other you're gonna see throughout this summer. Yeah, it was tough. Yeah, they pushed each other to the limit. That's what motocross is all about.